I'm from coffee when you wake up and wine when you go to bed.
I'm from Blue Note Records.
I am from the wondrous land of FaceTime. Instant, comforting, and silent while Mum puts me on the phone to the cat.
I'm from you've got to have a sense of humour and don't drink with your fork still in your hand.
I'm from when you enter the room, notice the potential exits. That's the basic principle of being a spy.
I am from Buddhism and a rusty idea of Buddhism.
From tornado tomato parties and supersonic wedgies.
My mother's hands, soft and gentle, wiping the tears off her children's faces.
From sit up, shut up, and buckle up. And stop feeding the dogs under the table.
I am from the wise don't speak, they listen. And the birds, they sing for God.
I am from arm wrestles and irritable bowels.
I'm from the yellow kitchen walls painted 20 years ago.
I'm not deaf, I'm Jeff. And crikey, GINA, he eats well.
In a bunch of boxes in the hallway and around the house on tables to remind and show me I'm not just floating around alone in this big and exciting world.
Hello, my name's Gina McTeague. I'm 22 years old and I was born in Bath in England. I grew up in Virginia, actually, just outside DC, until I was 6, and then I moved back to Bath, and that's where my family is now. As a child, I was definitely the naughty one. I feel like the youngest sibling always gets away with murder, so my brother didn't like me that much as a kid. I think that the arts are such an important part of the world because it's a release, it's allows people to be creative and have these outlets to kind of show themselves through something really beautiful, and everyone's art is very unique to them. Very passionate about feminism and climate change. If I had to describe myself in 3 words, I think it would be joker, spunky, is that a word? And caring. Cheese and then cheese. I think one thing that definitely makes me happy is friends and family, and I think a lot throughout the coronavirus pandemic, it's kind of taught me a lot that, like, obviously you don't need materialistic things, and, like, I don't know if I'm realising this very late in life, but I'm so passionate about all my friends, and I think, like, I've surrounded myself with, like, an amazing bubble, and especially here, like, as a class, we're just, like, such a great bunch, and it's so nice coming into an environment every day where everyone just lifts each other up and everyone's there for each other, and you can tell if someone's not feeling too good, and because we all just, like, spend every waking minute together, and it's just, yeah, my friends make me really happy. You know, when my mum was 7, my grandma committed suicide. Their house was near this river, and apparently she just left in the middle of the night, went out onto the bridge, climbed the railings and jumped. She didn't even think about it. The repercussions of our actions, our impulse decisions made in the moment, they keep vibrating through the cosmos on and on until we make a choice. I'm making that choice today. I'm making the choice to speak my truth. Once upon a time, there were these 2 girls who went to the same school, and their names were Amy and Alice. They weren't best friends or anything, but they always got on okay, didn't they? Until one day, Alice broke up with her boyfriend Damon, and he was very upset. So he decided to share something private with the whole school. Don't really need to tell you the next part, do I? There was one particularly vicious message about how I should be so ashamed I should go home and kill myself. Do you remember that one? That was one of yours. And I thought about that one a lot, you know. That was the one that really stuck in me because of my grandma, who I'd never met. Because I never understood why she did it before, that desire to just make everything stop. How else could I stop the endless messages? The kids screaming slag at me everywhere I go. How could I stop all those fucking eyes looking at those fucking pictures? Why did you do it? I just want to understand, and then I can let it go.
My name's Angus Fawkes. I'm 21 years old, and I'm from Crowborough, East Sussex, but I was born in Chichester. I'm very into street art and graffiti and artists like Banksy and Einstein and anyone from that sort of scene, I guess. But I love going to art galleries. It's probably one of my favourite places to go. I realised I wanted to be an actor when I was in year 6 and we did Treasure Island. And then I remember coming in and being like, I really want to be Long John Silver. He had all the lines. He was the coolest part. He was a pirate, and I love pirates. And they were like, are you going to be okay learning? I think it was like 199 lines. And I was like, yeah, I can learn this. And I put on like a voice in it throughout, and they were like, you don't have to do it in rehearsals. I was like, I'm doing it. I'm doing the voice. I'm doing the limp. I remember I said, I am romantic. I am passionate, and I am curious. There was one time when we were doing Romeo and Juliet, and I came in one day and everyone was laughing and smiling, and I was like, this is why we do it. This is it. Watching those actors get up to play, it's no wonder it's the oldest art form. It's a healing power. I swear, the Greeks had it right. That's what I want to do. I want to play, I want to be naughty. I especially want people to feel, not come out and go, it's all right. My mum and dad, they're completely the same to me. They have exactly the same skin and exactly the same structure of their face. And exactly the same hairstyles. Their clothes are exactly the same. I can't even tell the fucking difference between them half the time. There are things wrong with this world. On my way up Oxlow Lane, there's this guy. He walks towards me. All right, Jason. Pushes into me, pushes me around. And before I notice it, there's been another one comes up behind me. I think one of them has a screwdriver. I'm running across the Heathway into the mall there. I don't turn around to see where they are. There's a railing on the side and it slows me down and they catch me. And they push me to the ground. And one of them stamps on my face. He holds my face there with his foot. The other has a screwdriver pressed against my cheek. What happened to your face? There's blood on my face, on my shirt, on the pavement. I don't tell my mum anything. I don't tell my dad anything. I have my tea like nothing happened. I used to deserve this. I used to be really mouthy in class. I have the capacity to be really horrible to people. I have been really horrible to people. I've been really horrible to people about their mothers. I'm not anymore.
Hey!
Hey, where you been?
Just been at work.
I'll send you a text.
I know.
You not text me back?
I know.
What does that mean?
It means that I know you sent me a text.
What?
Well, why are you being so touchy? I was at work, and then I missed the 7:37 and 8:04 didn't show up. What's wrong? What's the matter?
Mary, I'm really sorry, but I had sex with Alison O'Connor Tuesday the week before last.
Alison O'Connor?
Yeah.
I thought she was going bald.
What?
She's going bald, Roland. She's going fucking bald. How many times?
Once.
Once?
Tuesday the week before last, yeah.
What were you doing?
I was helping her set up a hive.
Is that a fucking joke?
No.
You were helping her set up a fucking hive?
Yeah.
Speak up.
Yes. Yeah, I was helping her.
Is it serious?
I need some time to think about it.
Oh yeah, you need some time to think about it.
Preferably, yeah.
Yeah. Does this mean you're moving out?
Up to you, really.
Oh, well, if it were up to me, Roland, you wouldn't have fucked fucking Alison O'Connor.
All right.
Excuse me?
Calm down.
Oh, no, fuck you, actually. I've never been happier living with you, just so you know.
What's the likelihood you might be able to forgive me?
I think you need to leave.
Don't make me leave.
Roland.
This is the best thing that's ever happened to me. I'm serious.
You'll be fine.
I don't know what I'm going to do.
Why don't you move back to Tower Hamlets?
Is that meant to be a joke?
Okay. T'attends? Hi. Ça commence bien. Okay, hi. Hi, my name is Manon. I'm 26 years old. I was born in Paris, but I grew up in Fontainebleau, so French is my first language. That's better. It's gonna be really funny to do this. All right, should I do this again, or should I answer the question now? Can I describe myself now in 3 words? Passionate, brave, friendly. I'm passionate about art, specifically photography and cinema. I remember at 8 or 9, we were filming this kind of like silly little film back in my holiday, in the holiday house, and I told my uncle I really want to be an actress because I don't know, it sounded amazing. Good relationships, yeah, with people, yeah, bring joy. Fuck it. Have a seat. Everyone in my office sings your praises. Even the nastiest ones. The one that consider me incompetent. Not because I'm a woman, but because they look at the figures. When they tell me about you and how much they appreciate you, they're using you to humiliate me. I messed up. Fuck. It's... What?
remind me. I hate this fucking scene. Like, I have too many memories of Juliette Binoche and like the disgust she made me feel when she was like slipping into the skin of like this like defeated woman, like defeated by age and by her insecurities, and lead her by the nose, and she had such obscene pleasure about it, like night after night. I'll start over. But that woman is ready to kill herself before the play even starts. She's using secret as a weapon, that's all. When they tell me about you and how much they appreciate you, it's to remind me how happy they are to grant you where they never granted me. They're using you to humiliate me. And it's not just your youth or your powers of seduction. No, it's your aplomb. Like your unshakable self-confidence. I wear a mask. It works for some people, but some can see right through it.
Hi, my name is Marina Stilly. I'm 19 years old. I was born in Nice, France, and I grew up in Monaco. When I was a child, I was very bubbly and very loud. I grew up amongst... Can I do that again? Yeah, do it. I think the arts are important because it brings us together. Self-expression at its purest form. I think it is a lot about connection, and it's also about growth and understanding that we're beautifully human, all of us, even through our differences, that we can connect on a much, much deeper level. I would say, apart from acting, the thing I'm most passionate about is dance. I've always danced throughout my life, and it's always been such a release. I think there's part of me that finds comfort in the structure, and then to decompose it and to put it back together is really interesting, and just to let my body tell a story. I would say that I am kind and loving and a bit mischievous. I would say I'm a lot stronger than I give myself credit for. I was in the car and I was on the phone to my dad. And then I hang up and I get out of the car. I can hardly breathe. I'm standing on the side of the highway and I don't know whether to turn back to keep going. I'm somewhere between who I was and who I'm going to be. I want my dad. I want my sisters and brother. I want my mum. I want my mum, but I can't think of her or them. Not now, because if I do, I feel like my chest will explode.
Je n'arrive pas à vous faire sourire. C'est comme si j'avais l'impression de le faire et qu'il disparaissait.
La colère finit toujours par gagner.
Chez vous, c'est certain. Je ne voulais pas vous blesser.
Vous ne m'avez pas blessée.
Si. Je le vois. Quand vous êtes ému, vous faites comme ça, avec votre main.
Vraiment.
Et quand vous êtes embarrassé, vous mordez vos lèvres. Et quand vous êtes agacé, vous ne sciez pas.
Vous savez tout.
Pardonnez-moi, je ne voudrais pas être à votre place.
Mais nous sommes à la même place. Exactement à la même place. Venez ici. Venez. Approchez-vous. Regardez. Si vous me regardez, que je regarde moi. Quand vous ne savez pas quoi dire, vous baissez votre tête et vous touchez votre front. Quand vous perdez le contrôle, vous haussez les sourcils. Quand vous êtes troublé, vous respirez par la bouche.
My name is Malcolm Cowie. I'm 19 years old and I was born in Livingston in Scotland and I grew up in Aberdeen. As a child, I was quite reserved but very creative.
Just the two of us. We can make it if we try, just the two of us.
Me and my brother had two very big imaginations, so we would just make these big worlds for ourselves. So when doing Shakespeare or a play set 50 years ago, I really like the challenge of trying to explore a new world or see what the different language is. For a long time, our family didn't have a pet. Well, we did. We had a goldfish that lived an outrageously long life of 9 years. And it was mainly forgotten about. However, the day that it passed, I remember being quite distraught. I'd say my favourite play is A Winter's Tale. I really love it. I'm not usually fully into Shakespeare, but there's a few exceptions. And The Winter's Tale I love. I love the language and I love the story. And the characters are so powerful and epic. Why are you looking at me like that? Why do you always follow me? Why do you always follow me when I'm doing something wrong? Why can't you follow me when I'm doing something right? You know what I'm talking about? I'm talking about the medal. The only fucking medal in our house, that fucking medal. The one I won at football. And you would stand there on the sidelines shouting instructions and you could only see what I was doing. You couldn't even fucking play football. You could only see what I was doing wrong. I was never good enough for you. And then after the game, you came up to me and you said, "Jerry, did you foul the ball?" And I walked away, do you remember? I walked away to the dressing room and he came after me and he said it again. He said, Jerry, did you foul the ball? And then all the other dads, they were laughing at you, calling you poor Giuseppe. And then I ran out and I hid and I wrote your name in the ground, your stupid fucking Giuseppe name. I wrote it in the ground and I fucking pissed on it. I pissed on it because I did foul the ball. But what did it matter? We won. For once in our lives, we won. You ruined that medal for me. The day after I took it to the pawn, they laughed at me. They wouldn't give me 50 pence for it. And that's when I started to rob. To prove that I was no good. You know, when that man went out there threatening to hurt you, I was happy. Honest to God, I swear to God, I was happy. And that's when I knew I was bad. Yeah, I knew I was bad then, see? So I started to cry. And I started to tell lies, the same fucking lies I've been telling all my life. But it doesn't matter. No, it doesn't matter because I'm no good. It doesn't matter. You like the lies I tell, so I keep telling them. I shouldn't have to, but you don't want to listen to anything else I have to say. You'll find a way to prove me wrong or to make me feel like a crook. I am the product of your every fucking wish, and look where it's got me. You even followed me in here. Let me breathe.
These questions are so hard, Lucy.
That's okay.
I take forever to think of things. Ugh. The person that has had the most influence in my life would be my grandmother. We've been best friends ever since I was born, basically. And she's taught me basically everything I know. How to deal with people, how to pass exams, breakups, all those kinds of things, yeah.
You know that? We've got a problem!
I'm not very good at thinking on the spot. The art of living alone, which has been very liberating and quite introspective experience. Being able to adapt and enable everyone in the group to have their say. My favorite actor, I have a few because I really admire different people's work. I loved Michaela Cole in I May Destroy You. I think that was like one of the most self-revealing pieces of work I've ever seen. I do like you, actually. I really fucking like you. I know you're dull as fuck and fat and always blabbing on about crap, but you're kind to me. No one has ever been that kind to me. You're lovely. Why does everyone always think there's something wrong with me? There's nothing wrong with me. I'm just a nice, normal girl. A nice, normal, delicate, sensitive girl. I want us to live in a 4-bedroom, semi-detached house in a cul-de-sac, Tom. I want black and white pictures of New York skylines. I want to go on holiday to Spain and eat giant prawns by the sea. I want to cook you a beef Wellington when I get home from my job as a mortgage advisor at the Halifax Bank of Scotland. And when we have the baby, I will love her so much. I'll buy her anything she wants. A micro pig. Trainers that light up. All the sweets in the world, even if her teeth rot. I just want a happy, normal life with you, Tom. That's all I want.
Ramona,
Jim?
you know last night
Yeah?
when I told you I was counting the hairs on my arms?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I wasn't doing that.
Oh.
I was... you know, I was actually about to...
Oh. I don't know what to say about that.
Do you know who I was going to think about?
Shania Twain?
No.
Zoe Ball?
No.
Who are you going to think about then?
I was going to think about you. Is that disgusting?
No. I mean, yes. I don't think anyone's ever thought about me, well, wanking before.
Well, they have now.
Excellent.
Would you like to make love, Ramona?
Quite possibly. Maybe I'd like to do that.
Is that a yes?
Yes. Yes. But just before, I need to tell you that I haven't done that before.
Good news. I too am a complete novice in Departamento Sexualento.
What?
I'm a virgin.
Oh. Wicked. Maybe.
Oh, before we commence, is it okay if I read to you a little self-penned haiku?
Well, yeah. What's a haiku?
It's a short Japanese poem. I've written it about you.
Oh. Cool.
You cold-haired maiden fae the south. Did you look upon yon beach at yon hermit crab? But did you also find a moist Scottish mouth?
Wow. Wow, that was wonderful, Jim. You're an amazing poet.
Thank you. I know.
My name is Jessica Harmer-Smith. I'm 23 years old and I am from Lewes, which is in East Sussex in England. A thing that makes me happy is my dogs. I love animals and I love my dogs. I want to be an actor because of the connection that you can have with other people in the space around you, but also with an audience, and that sort of energy and flow that it can bring, and it brings me a lot of joy, and I believe in doing what you love, so I would like to do that. And also the fact it's just telling stories is a wonderful thing, and I really enjoy it, so I think why would I not do that? Oh, I know. My favourite play is Breathing Corpses by... No, it's not. My favourite play is... I can't remember. It's the same author, but wrong play. Well, I love all her work. I really love Laura Wade, and I love Colder Than Here. It's about two sisters, and It's so lovely. I read it on a train back from London to Brighton, and I was in tears by the end of the journey. It was so good. It was, amazing.
I met the love of my life in the queue to board an EasyJet flight. He is just standing there, not a care in the world, casually shunting his bag forward with his foot every so often. And I am just fuming. I mean, you moron, you idiot, you're just letting gaps open up. And then, these two models, they go straight up to this guy and are like, hey there. Is it okay if we stay here with you and chat? And I get it, and I'm thinking, oh, no. You bitch, you conniving, long-legged. But this guy, this idiot, he's already done, he is finished. You wanted to stand here and talk to me? Yeah. Is that okay? And she pulls out this smile. And he's just like, well, of course. But I get to sleep with one of you, right? Because otherwise there isn't much point in me letting you cut in front of all these good people, is there? And they're just staring in shock. And without thinking, say, but we're models. And my day has flipped. And fucking Odysseus here doesn't miss a beat and says, well, there'll still be models at the back of the queue. And now people are listening, laughing, and these girls, well, they're sensing it. So she leans in and goes, we would never, ever sleep with you. Never, okay? And I think this has actually got him. No, you wouldn't. And I know you wouldn't. But it is my firm belief that the act of making love is the highest expression of our humanity. It is the union of two souls. It is a celebration. This is verbatim, by the way. This is exactly what he said. Of our love of being alive. But in you, I do not see that love. Therefore, sex with you would be like an act of necrophilia. It would be like wanking into a pretty dress. It's a bit harsh, that last bit.
My name is Maggie O'Connor Moore. I'm 21 years old. I was born and grew up in Huntsville, Alabama. I had a cat who was probably my best friend. I would say I'm quite curious. I read a lot of different books about different things. I just finished one about astrophysics and its relationship with space-time and quantum gravity and whatnot. I would say I'm quite intense. Die! Okay. When I do something, I do it either 100%. Keep us together, we could steal time just for one day. Or not at all. So I live in the two extremes most of the time, and anything that's remotely adventurous, I sort of throw myself into. I am really passionate about space, and I would love to go to space one day. I think above most things I value courage, and that's courage in the moments that I have had it has changed my life. And so I hope that I can have more of that to keep propelling me through life. My favorite character in a play would have to be Juliet. So the other day, I was taking this walk behind my house, and I walked through the neighborhood to this big field behind this hospital, and there's all these like red clay dunes, and there's this really long grass that just waves in the wind. And I was standing on the side, and I took off my shoes and my socks, and I set them on the side, and then I just started running, and I just ran barefoot over these dunes, leaving these little footprints, and I sprinted all the way down through this trail back behind my house, and then I came out on the other side, and I looked at this field, this sunset, and I started singing, and then I started dancing, and for a while I just sort of walked around like this troll sort of beast thing, and then I cried. And then I just opened my arms wide and just screamed. And we are all alone. It's that inescapable aloneness that we carry with us everywhere. But what if being alone is what allows us to be free? What if being alone is what allows us to actually experience and exist in the world as our authentic selves, to really live? And as I stood and I just looked at this field, I felt free and relieved and scared and really lonely.
You would support an intervention?
Yes. Actually, not just would support it, I do support it.
You want a drink? You should have a pint of something deadly, like absinthe or meth.
I'd prefer port.
Port? You want port?
If you're offering.
Since when did you drink port? All of these revelations. I thought we were best friends. What?
It's funny. Best friends. Oh. Wait, I thought you would... No, okay. Best friends. Fine. Yep.
You don't think that we are?
Don't get me wrong. We have a good time. We get on. But I mean... Well...
What?
I have a lot of friends.
I don't have a port glass.
A wine glass is fine.
A wine glass of port. That's what you want. I thought I had the drinking problem. Except, I don't. That's just what you tell me.
Come on. It's just that sometimes you like a drink, and when you do, things get, dropped. Like ornaments. And manners.
Okay. So I'll obviously have a pint of tequila because I have that drinking problem, so whoop-de-shit. Now, tell me exactly why you want to invade this country and kill everyone.
No, I'm not killing anyone. If you listened, I'm saying I support it.
Yeah, but you don't have to march in there with the semi-automatic and kill the kids yourself.
Are you okay?
Yes, I'm fine.
You look a bit sad.
Well, I'm passionate.
No, we've talked about controversial things before and you've never... I do know you.
Clearly not.
You want a hug?
Stay away from me.
Come on, now you're sulking.
No, I'm not. Don't treat me like a child. You're just trying to distract me from the fact that you have become Hitler. Sorry.
You hit me.
Pushed. It was a push. It was like...
Get off!
Demonstrating. Okay, I'll mime it. A push is like... And that was a push. And a hit is like...
What are you doing?
Trying to show you the difference.
Are you going to say sorry?
I think I already did.
See you then.
Yeah.
Hi there, my name's Fabian Bevan and I was born in Shropshire and I've grown up there my whole life and I'm 21 years old. As a kid, well, I had a nickname when I was a kid. I was nicknamed Crazy Baby. So if that gives you anything, I hit my head a lot. I had a bruise on my head for about 10 years because I never knew how to fall over properly and put my hands in front of my face before I did. I'm passionate about the drums. I've played the drums most of my life. More open. I'd like to be better at the drums. I'd like to be better at acting. I'd like to be closer with my friends. Very simple things, really. I mean, yeah, all I really want is to be able to go to the pub and have a nice life, you know, make a bit of money, and that's that. Who's the person who's had the most influence in my life? I'd say the person who's had the most influence in my life, I'd say was my dad, probably. Yeah, he always sort of taught me, and I think it's very important in acting and in life, but he always taught me to be, you know, driven and passionate and, you know, to do what you love doing, and if you work hard enough, you will, you know, get somewhere with it. He makes furniture. He was a furniture restorer and he's very passionate about it. So he was a big inspiration in the sense of having a craft, working at that craft and trying to, you know, be good at it as best as you can and love it. I won't pretend to love you when I don't. The honesty is a compliment. You're the only person I don't lie to. Would you rather me be a hypocrite? It's easily done. It doesn't even shock us. The bankers rob banks. The police are criminals. And politicians, they have no politics. Governments don't govern. Newspapers invent news. It's everywhere. Billionaire tax dodgers. Racists posing as patriots. Judges with no judgment, and priests who pray, but with an E. And the people, corrupted and broken-hearted, clinging to whatever floats a boat in this ocean of injustice. Outpourings, delusions, family histories. Oh, my ancestry. Here's a gif of me doing my first little poo. Me. You're a chef. Cook. Shut up. You're a gardener. Garden. Shut up. 1 million years ago, some hairy bastard daubed a painting of a horse on the wall of his cave. He saw it. He drew it. Well done. Flash forward. Hello, welcome to my vlog. Today, I bought a plum. You cunt. You silly, dozy twat. You have forgotten how to live. Whatever happened to privacy? To grace and decorum? To elegance? To life as we knew it? Oh, Stan. Darwin got it wrong. Man didn't evolve, he just got nicer tools. From a lump of coal to the iPhone, whoosh. History.
Okay, good. And one more time. I love that you got that. My name is Martina Rossi. I'm 24 years old. I'm from Argentina, Buenos Aires. 3 years ago, I decided, well, why not? I'm loving. I'm sincere. I'm funny. I think acting is important for humans to not feel alone, because with acting we share our humanity and feelings or situations or things that we might be ashamed of. But at the end of the day, we're all the same. Well, at the moment, my favorite play is A Streetcar Named Desire. Yes, because she's a very complete human. The thing that I want, the thing that I want the most in life is to be inspired, to never lose inspiration. Listen, we can't stay here for various reasons, too complicated to go into. But I've had this brilliant idea, which is that all three of us go to New York together and we open a nightclub. I've got some money, you see. You mustn't tell anyone I stole it. And me and John would run it, and you could be in charge of the kitchen. Wouldn't that be nice? Do say yes, because if you say yes, then everything would be nice and not dreadful. You'd love New York. The Metropolitan, that's a museum. And the Empire State Building, which is so high that when you're at the top, the people in the street look like insects. You're not allowed to drop a coin on them because it kills them. And I'm sure the nightclub will be a terrific success. And there will be dancing, and we'll drink whenever we want because we'll own all the drink. And with your looks, I'm not flattering or patronizing you. You'll meet a nice husband, a rich American, you'll see. Americans are charmed by us. They die for the accent. And we live on the upper east side or west side, east or west. Doesn't matter really. Or we can always come back here. Or go somewhere else, don't you think? Is something up?
I just got this email.
Oh. From who? Dominic, from who?
From this university in New York. It looks like they're offering me a place on the MFA. You know, the creative writing program.
You didn't tell me you applied for that. I mean, congratulations. I'm not surprised they would accept you. I'm just surprised you didn't mention it.
I don't know. I should have told you, but I honestly thought it was such a long shot.
Well, that's not reason not to tell me.
Well, it doesn't matter. No, it's not like I'm going to go. I don't even know why I applied.
Did Ellen know you were applying?
What? Why'd you ask that?
Did she?
Well, yeah. I don't see the relevance there.
Why did you tell her and not me?
I don't know. She was the one who told me to apply.
Are you in love with her?
Are you joking?
Why don't you answer the question?
Whoa. You're getting a lot of stuff mixed up here. I'm sorry I didn't tell you about the application thing, but how does that make you jump to the conclusion that I'm in love with someone else?
I don't know. Sometimes I feel like you want to be around people who understand you.
Yeah, which is you. Hey. I'm sorry I didn't tell you. Okay? You know, sometimes I feel embarrassed telling you stuff like that because it just seems stupid. To be honest, I still look up to you a lot, and I don't want you to think of me as, I don't know, deluded.
You should go. To New York, I mean. I think you should accept the offer. You should go. I'm sure you could get funding.
Why are you saying this? I thought you wanted to stay here next year.
I can stay, and you can go.
It's only a year.
Yeah, but that's ridiculous. No, I'm not going to New York without you. I wouldn't even be here if it wasn't for you. Anyway, I'd miss you too much. I think I'd be sick, honestly.
At first. But it would get better.
You know I love you. To be honest, I don't know what to do. Tell me you want me to stay, and I will.
You should go.
Hi, my name is Alice Elliott, and I'm from Hertfordshire, England. As a child, I was very quiet. I have a very loud older sister who spoke for me a lot of the time, but I eventually found my voice, and now I'm using it. I realised I wanted to be an actor when I was maybe 14. I think it was something that I really enjoyed theatre, and I realised, like, this doesn't have to be a hobby or something I do on the side. Like, I want to make this my life, and I have to follow my dreams. So. When I first came here, it was like the joy to be able to wake up and do what you want every day, and knowing that I'm getting up and I'm doing what I love, just like really infused this passion for acting. I am caring, a bit, I don't know, weird. I don't know why that's in my head. Weird. I'm weird. All the wrong words keep coming in my head, but I'm quite straightforward. Like, I like it when people are quite, just say it how it is, and I quite like that relationship with people. I definitely want to still be acting when I'm old. This is all wrong. I shouldn't be up here. I should be back at school, on the other side of the ocean. Yet you all come to us young people for hope. How dare you? You have stolen my dreams and my childhood with your empty words. And yet I'm one of the lucky ones. People are suffering. People are dying. Entire ecosystems are collapsing. We are at the beginning of a mass extinction. And all you can talk about is money and fairy tales of eternal economic growth. How dare you? Until you start focusing on what needs to be done, rather than what is politically possible, there is no hope. And if solutions within the system are so impossible to find, maybe we should change the system itself. You say that you hear us and that you understand the urgency. But no matter how sad and angry I am, I do not want to believe that. Because if you really understood the situation and still kept on failing to act, then you would be evil. That I refuse to believe. The world is waking up, and change is coming.
Hello, my name is GUERIN Tidwell. I'm 21 years old. I was born in Huntsville, Alabama, and I grew up in Madison. I'm really passionate about music. I feel like I can sort of make sense of myself in the world through that lens. I really want to understand and explore what makes us, us in any given situation. And I think I really love the fact that it is a constant effort to battle bravery and to practice empathy. If I'm 100 years old and I'm looking back in my life, I would have really hoped that I have pushed myself further beyond, like, past my comfort zones and pushed myself into places that I never thought I would be. And become a person that I never imagined for myself, and also to be completely fluent in any instrument, just to be able to think or not think and just play. I think the arts are important because they remind us of our humanity, and we can really, through art, learn what we value and what's important to us most. In every sea there's a mouth of a river where waterfall witches flow down. So, I was watching this program last night, and it was talking about this major problem in science. It's like a huge sort of philosophical problem, I suppose. And the problem is that the universe is so fucking unlikely. It's so ridiculous that it has turned out exactly the way that it is. And all of this has to do with the values for gravity and electromagnetism and the speed of light. All of these values that are set within the first few instances of the Big Bang. And once these values come into being, that's it. They stay as they are, and that is that. That is the universe. Like take gravity, for example. Gravity just happens to be set at the perfect level for the universe to happen. It just happens to be that. So this points to design. And I'm not saying like it's a Buddha or an Allah, or all of a sudden the Bible's right, you know? I'm not saying anything like that. And you know, maybe it is the universe itself. I don't know. And that's the thing, no one knows. But the scientists, they're not really fond of that idea, so, and this is on the program, the scientists' alternative is that there are an infinite number of universes, that there are gazillions and gazillions and gazillions of universes where every single possibility is played out, and that's that. That's it. And I'm like, for fuck's sake, what's wrong with a bit of purpose? You know, what's wrong with fucking belonging or I don't know, choosing a world that's more than just mathematics and quantities and values and choosing a world that's flesh and bone and love, right? Isn't it more than just money and mathematics and values and quantities and numbers? Isn't it?
Say one thing sincerely. I dare you.
You flirt with me too much.
You wish I didn't? Won't Kate be wondering what you're doing?
She'll just assume that I'm smoking. I bet you a $5 she's gonna sniff my breath when we go down.
Supportive.
It's okay. I'll say you were my witness.
And I bet you a $5 she'll sniff your cock if you tell her that.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry, but she might as well have weed on you down.
Oh. Don't, Lou. Okay? Sometimes you really just take it too far. She's got every right to be paranoid the way that you were behaving down there. And we both know that there's nothing between us. So I won't have you taking the piss out of her like that, alright? Fuck's sake, Lou. You really, really fell for that hook, line, and sinker.
Oh my god!
I mean,
you fucking piece of
I'm
shit!
sorry.
You scared the shit out of me.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry that I flirt with you too much. I'm allowed to fancy you though. Doesn't count.
Do you?
No. Used to, though. You can cling to that.
What's going on here, Lou?
What do you mean?
Come on. We've never been more sober in our lives. I'm trying to be an adult now. And I want to know what you actually feel about me. I don't care about the shitstorm that it could cause. I don't care about Kate. She's probably a lesbian anyways. I just want you to admit to me that you're not just flirting with me for kicks. Okay? Just so I know I'm not crazy.
Fuck off.
Drop it, will you?
You're making me nervous.
Why do you do it? Is it power?
Yeah.
You'd never actually kiss me though, would you?
I've been trying since we were 14, baby.
Oh shit. Kiss me then.
Tease.
Coming from you?
You kiss me.
You kiss me.
You kiss me.
You kiss me. Lou.
Yeah?
Lou, you're kissing me.
I know.
Oh my god, Lou. You won't lose, will you? You've actually kissed me.
Yeah. You don't actually think that Kate's a lesbian, do you?
No.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, I'm such a
Oh
dick.
my god, Lou, I never thought that in
It's
a
okay,
million
it's
years
okay.
that you would
I know
Lou.
you
Because
can't.
I've been in love
I'm
with you since...
joking, you dick.
Touche. Me too.
Me too.
Good.
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 I should probably go sort this tampon.
Yeah, good.
And I'm looking at the camera, not at you.
No, direct at camera.
Oh, Jesus
It's
Christ.
okay. It won't be, you'll just look there.
How much humor is acceptable? Oh, I already started. My name is Roman K. Rulin, and I come from Russia. I am 27 years old. I take it back, I'm 33. I was mostly like acrobat and dancer. I like singing, I'm awful, but I like singing. I'm not very well organized, that's for sure. I think motivation is my fuel. I could be very motivated at midnight normally. I'm an owl. I'm curious, for sure. I mean, it would be nice probably to be a bit famous, you know, just a tiny bit. How do you measure inspiration? Intrigued. I am intrigued. Firstly, because I've heard so much about you. And secondly, if you don't respect me, you're unique. Everyone else knows the voice of the God speaks through me. Why am I so obsessed with eyes? Am I obsessed with eyes? Probably. Not my eyes. Other people's eyes. The eyes of the people that are brought to me here. They're so vulnerable. The soul shines through them. Are you a religious man? I am. Which side do you think the God is on? You don't believe in a guiding light? So what then? So morally, you flounder in a wet shit. You know? Like you've eaten a rancid omelet. Stand up. Sit down. Thank you so much. As a true friend, I'm prepared to be frank. I love death.
Hello, my name is Marta Horyza. I am 21, 22 soon, and I am from Poland. gonna cry. There are so many people who have changed me and influenced me. For sure, my father. And many teachers. I just think education is great. I would love to be a teacher one day, because you have a chance to pass so much into a human being, and I've received so much, and I'm so grateful. So yeah, I love mushrooms. I love picking up mushrooms, especially here in France. I found one of my favorite kinds of mushrooms just on my way to school, so that's what makes me happy. Brave. I did what I did because of my conscience. What if your Führer is insane? Do you realize how shocked I was to find out that the Nazis used gas and poison to dispose of mentally ill children? My mother's friends told us. Trucks came to pick up the children at the mental hospital. The other children asked where they were going. They're going to heaven, said the nurses. So the children got on the truck singing. You think I wasn't raised right because I feel pity for them? No one, regardless of circumstances, can pass divine judgment. No one knows how much wisdom can come from suffering. Every life is precious. You will soon be standing where I stand now. I still believe that I acted in the best interests of my people. I don't regret it, and I accept the consequences.
Always the way. As soon as you settle somewhere, then a voice calls out for you to rise and move on.
Must I move on, sir?
I believe you must. I found a place that might suit a family. In Ireland.
That's a long way off.
From what?
From England, from Thornfield, from you, sir.
We have been good friends, haven't we?
Yes, sir.
I sometimes have a strange feeling with regards to you. It is as if I had a string tight somewhere under my left ribs, tightly knotted to the similar string in you. And if you were to leave, I believe that string would be snapped and I would take the bleeding inwardly, and you would forget me.
I wish I'd never come here.
Don't say such things.
I love Thornfield. I love it because I have lived in it a full life. I have known you, Mr. Rochester, and it strikes me with terror that I absolutely must be torn from you forever. I see the necessity of departure, and it is like looking on the necessity of death.
Where do you see necessity?
Where? In the shape of Miss Ingram, your bride.
I have no bride.
Yes, but you will have.
Yes, I will.
So I must go. You said so.
No, you must stay.
Stay? Do you think I can stay to become nothing to you? Do you think because I am poor, obscure, plain, and little, that I am soulless and heartless? You think wrong. Let me go!
Jane. Jane. Marry me.
Do you mock me?
Do you doubt me? I would not. I could not marry Miss Ingram. I have no love for her. You I love.
like my own flesh. You poor, obscure, and little as you are, marry me.
Me?
Yes, say quickly.
Turn to the light.
Why?
I want to read your face. Do you truly love me? Do you sincerely wish me to be your wife?
I do. I swear.
Then I will marry you.